This is just going to be me telling a story. If that disappoints you, don't watch this video. But we are allowed to have a little fun every now and then. This isn't going to be a political story either. That's amazing. But it's just going to be fun. I can have a fun story every now and then. If you're interested, watch. If not, scoot. I just got back from an awesome REO Speedwagon, Styx, and Ted Nugent concert. I've been wanting to go to this for months. We got the tickets a long time ago. This is the fourth time I have seen REO Speedwagon in concert. Twice I've seen him in front row. This wasn't front row, but twice I've seen him in front row. This was the fourth time. This is the second time I've seen Styx. The other time was front row. This wasn't front row, but this is the first time I've ever seen the Motor City Madman, Ted Nugent himself. And let me tell you, he's not afraid to speak his mind on the stage. Everything about it was a great concert. We almost missed it because apparently somebody got splattered all over the road just a few miles down from my house. And as such, we almost missed the thing. But here I go. So it doesn't do that. Let me turn caffeine on real quick. Come on. Okay, now that won't happen again. But it was a very awesome concert. My ears are still ringing. I can faintly hear things. So let me tell you about it. I almost didn't make it. Apparently somebody got splattered all over the road down there. But we did make it on time. We made it with about 10 minutes to spare, so we got in there and got our seats. And first up was Ted Nugent. Now, I'd never seen Ted Nugent before. He was the opening act, not as big as Styx and REO, of course. But I can say I was not disappointed. It was a great show that he put on. Now, I don't know many Ted Nugent songs because that's not one of the bands that I'm a big fan of. But I can tell you that he killed Cat Scratch Fever and Stranglehold. Got you in a stranglehold, baby. And yes, I'm going to be singing during this because I'm still excited because it was a good concert. It was great, and one of the highlights of the concert was him on there talking about, I'm very sorry, everybody, how Obama has wasted your money. Now, that is great, what your political views are or not. I think that's great because that shows that he's not afraid to speak his mind on the stage. In fact, he said, if anybody doesn't like that opinion, then get the fuck out. And he's like, if you don't think that I have the right to say that because he's our president and we shouldn't be saying things about that, he's been in the news a lot lately because he said if Obama gets elected again, then a few days later he will either be in jail or dead. Ted Nugent, and apparently they took that as he was going to kill them, but that's not actually what he meant by the statement. What he meant by is if Obama gets in again, he's probably going to be put in jail for some reason because Obama is going to have enacted some dumbass law, or he's going to be dead because, I don't know, maybe he's going to kill himself. I don't know, but it wasn't that he's going to go out and kill the president. That's just fucking stupid anyway. And I believe that you should be able to say that you are going to kill the president. Oh, if the Secret Service is watching, I'm not going to kill the president. But I don't think that's something that you should have to get such scrutiny on just because you say that shit. I mean, I don't know how his life is any more valuable than mine, and people have said, I'm going to kill you before to me, so it's not a big deal. I don't understand how his life is any more valuable than mine. In fact, I'm sure that it's not, despite, he's in power, and he has 400 Secret Service agents all around the White House. Well, why is that? Why is his human life more valuable than mine? That's a whole other video. Why are cops' lives more valuable than mine, and why is the president's life more valuable than mine? I don't quite understand that. But it was great, because he had this whole big thing about, because tomorrow's July 4th, and he's like, I think every day you should celebrate Independence Day, and I feel strongly about that as well. I think that I don't treat Memorial Day, I don't treat Veterans Day, and July 4th I don't treat any difference other than lighting fireworks. Oh, not in New York. On July 4th. But I treat them the same as any other day because I think that you should always support your troops and support the fallen soldiers and support the freedom that gave us this great nation. Despite which, by the way, CNN decided it would be a fantastic idea to post an article about, we're not number one, we don't have the best education, we don't have the best job rates, we have the highest infant mortality rates, blah 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 blah. I can make up stats about other fucking countries too that would make them not number one. Like, how many A's are, in your country? Oh, that means then we're better than France, But that's just stupid. So, yeah, Ted Nugent, great. I didn't know as many songs, but he finished with Cat Scratch Fever and then Stranglehold. It was great. Hearing that opening riff to Cat Scratch Fever from Ted Nugent, amazing. The last time I'd actually seen Ted Nugent, not in person, but the last time I saw him was on Full Throttle Saloon, which I don't really like because it's one of those damn True TV fake-ass shows. True TV, we're going to take away Court TV and everything's going to be true, yet every show on there is a complete convoluted fake joke now. But I saw him on Full Throttle Saloon. That's the last time I saw him, like, perform, but I didn't see him in person. This is the first time I saw him in person, and I can say that I was not disappointed. But the two big reasons I was there was for Styx and REO Speedwagon, and I can blown away every time I see them. They're just so amazing. And I don't really need to get in detail about both the concerts. By the way, what I'm shaking around here it's probably a good idea to mention this now. This is a Vic Firth drumstick used by REO Speedwagon drummer Brian Hitt. Thought you might enjoy that right here. He's still got his tape on it, and it's beat to hell because he gets into his rockin', as you can see all these marks up here. I did not get this from this concert. I got this from another concert a while ago where I was in front row, and this is his actual drumstick. That was fun, right before I shook his hand. No, I think those were two different concerts. One time I shook his hand, one time I got this drumstick and Kevin Cronin's guitar pick. Not going to get too into detail about both those concerts because, you know, what can I say besides they're amazing, and my voice is all screamed out right now because I was going, "Wah!" when singing along to all the songs. And it was nice to see younger people there, though. I really do like to see that. And by younger, hell, I'm talking about my age when we're talking about younger people compared to the people that are supposed to like REO Speedwagon and shit like that, the older generation. It was nice to see more people my age there because, I mean, I find it a little hard to believe that we're going to have, like, the older generation going to people like Justin Bieber. And I don't think like 30 years from now people are going to have the shirts on there saying, Justin Bieber Tour 2035, man. He's going to be hitting Tampa, Florida. He's going to be hitting Champaign, Illinois, blah, blah, blah. I just don't see that happening. Whereas here we have people from the 80s that are still rocking out today. Everybody's singing their words. When you hear the whole arena going around, singing in unison, I'm sailing away, ba, 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 setting open course for the Virgin Sea. When you hear the whole arena singing that together, that's just fantastic. It's really puts a warm, happy feeling in your heart that people knew what good music was. But they were both just a fantastic show. And what strange, you know how sometimes I have strange ideas? Sometimes I have strange ideas in my head. This occurred to me when Kevin Cronin was belting out some REO Speedwagon classics on stage. You're listening to the man, again, the idea is about to get very, very strange. You're listening to a man singing right now that I can't even possibly tell you how many people have gotten laid as his voice was playing in the background of something. I can't tell you, yeah, I told you it was going to be strange. I can't tell you how many people have probably gotten laid all over the world when in the background something along the lines of, you should have seen by the look in my eyes, baby, there was something missing, was going on in the background, or I'm gonna keep on loving you. I can't even why I thought about people getting laid at that particular moment, I couldn't even tell you. But you just gotta think, that man that I'm looking at right there on the stage, right in front of me, that man right there has been in the background of so many people getting laid, it's unbelievable. Why I thought about that, I couldn't even tell you. But that is exactly what I thought about. I mean, even if you happen to be playing Grand Theft Auto Vice City and you happen to have it on Emotion 98.3, I believe, REO Speedwagon song in the background, you might be having sex at that particular moment. They're just so, such incredible songs that just happened to go through my mind. In the 80s and 90s and 2000s, I don't know. Like I said, I knew it was going to be a strange thought, but that man right there that I'm looking at has been in the background of so many people having sex that I guarantee he puts Ron Jeremy to shame. But just throwing that out there. Don't know why. That's completely random thought. I just thought about that when he was up on stage singing. But that's about it. Though they had beer there, and you know how the prices are, but it wasn't that bad. For example, we have a place around here called SPAC, which was Saratoga Performing Arts Center, where if you wanted a 24-ounce beer, I believe it was $13. That's the last time I heard about it, which is completely absurd. Here they had Bud Light for $4 or Labatt for $5, and they didn't have Bud Light. They ran out of it when I went up there to get a beer, and I had to get Labatt, and Labatt tastes like skunk piss. But I actually got 2 of them just to wet my whistle as these rockers were performing for us, and I was thoroughly happy with the entire show. So we had Ted Nugent speaking his mind and telling us how we need to get fucking Obama out, and he's sorry for Obama wasting your money, because the Nuge is not afraid to speak his mind, the old Motor City Madman. And then we had Styx just rock us with songs I'd never heard Styx actually perform before, like Lady. Now you think that they would play Lady every time, but they didn't play it last time I saw them, but today they did, so I've built up my repertoire of live songs I've heard Styx play, and REO is just always amazing. They're always playing their hits, and they always gotta end it with Riding the Storm Out. Before that, my personal favorite, As Soon As You Are Able, woman, I am willing to make the break that we are on breaker. Muck up is on the table. But I'm sure you know the song before I get a copyright infringement. Naughty, naughty, naughty people taking my videos down. It was just good. My hearing is just starting to come back now. And with the power of REO Speedwagon's drumstick, I shall sign off on this video, and you all keep on rocking.